the entire exterior wall of the house was missing. No, I'm just kidding. This is bad. Turns out we own it. Okay, that's pretty creepy. I think someone still might be like living in there. Oh, whoa, whoa. That's a smell I hope you never have to smell. Oh my good God. Things just took a turn for the worst. Oh no. No, 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 no. We're out at a very interesting one today. This is a 3-bed, 1-bath house. We bought it at a foreclosure auction. Anytime you buy a foreclosure, you have limited information when making the decision. And in this case, not only was it a foreclosure, it's also a fire damaged property. We need to make sure that we're extra conservative during our underwrite to make sure that we don't get ourselves in a pinch and we still have a profitable exit path for this deal. So there was a huge plot twist that took place with this property just a few days after we ended up being the winning bidder at the foreclosure auction. In fact, it might be one of the craziest twists I've seen all year. Let's go inside the property, tour it, and figure out exactly what it is that we bought. So let's go check it out. If you are new to the channel, we buy a lot of different houses. Sometimes we trash them out and just sell them off quick. Other ones, massive transformations take place. I don't know what this one's gonna be. We might sell this thing off quick. We might do ground up construction. We might renovate the property. Again, it'll all determine what we find out inside the property today. And hit that subscribe button so you guys can follow along on the journey. I got a feeling that this one could be a doozy. Guys, also, I apologize for any background noise. If you are getting some, we already got our trash out crews in here. As you can see, they are doing work and starting to clear out the property. All right, so I'm gonna mask up for this one. Anytime you are dealing with a fire damaged house, I think it's probably a good idea to mask up. Hasn't been something I do on everyone, but I'm trying to be better about masking up, you know, so that we don't breathe in anything that we shouldn't be. So I've actually had people in the comments say, put a mask on. So I appreciate you guys watching out for me. And it's actually made me take action into making sure I mask up more often. So thank you. So like I mentioned, this is my first time entering the property today. And the big question is, can this be saved or is it a tear down? Well, we're about to find out. Initial reactions, I'm seeing some sheetrock damage here. Obviously a lot of smoke damage. I don't know exactly how bad it is yet. I mean, to the viewers, this might look absolutely insane, but I've seen a lot of fire damaged houses, and believe it or not, you're able to salvage a lot more than you would think. Like all this right here, this is just damaged sheetrock. Obviously a lot of smoke damage here. Clearly need to replace all the sheetrock in here. There is some damage coming through the ceiling here as well, as you can see, and this could be from the fire department busting in to actually like put the fire out. Again, so far, I'm not seeing anything that couldn't be salvaged. Structurally, it still appears to be sound, but again, we're just getting in here. We're barely in the living room and the kitchen, so I'm excited to see the rest of the house. Okay, cruising into the kitchen here. Interestingly enough, we have a lawnmower, push lawnmower in our kitchen. It wasn't damaged by the fire, so I'm not sure what that's about. The kitchen isn't in terrible shape. There's not a lot of fire damage in here. However, it's still obviously gonna need to be a full gut here. There's enough smoke damage to still need to just gut everything in this house, at least as far as the kitchen goes, what we've seen so far. Not to mention, the cabinets are ugly anyway, but that's beside the point. Either way, the kitchen is gonna have to go, folks. Side note, from a fire damage standpoint, I'm pleasantly surprised that this whole area isn't completely torched. So that is a good sign so far. What this is, looks like a mud room back here off the kitchen. I'm assuming this is some sort of a addition that took place. The head height on the ceiling in here is very low. We have our plumbing stack over here for the washer and dryer. We got a utility sink. We also have our water heater there over in the corner. You know what's crazy? I literally have almost an identical piece of equipment like this back stretcher thing in my house. And this one is literally in almost perfect shape. So surprising, given that the house almost burned down. So anyway, guys, anybody wants this, it's up for grabs. Hit me in the comments. I'll leave it on the front porch for you. continue cruising down this way. Off of the laundry, we have ourselves looks like a 3/4 bath here. This is the first bathroom that we've seen so far, but we have a 3/4 bath. I'm really hoping this is not the only bathroom in the house. I don't think it is, just because it's at the far end of the house. And it's got this really goofy step up right here. So fingers crossed this is not the only bathroom in the house. That would not be ideal, but we will see. And so far, this section over here really has no smoke damage in it. And then as I get into the laundry room here, we've got more smoke damage, as you can see, kind of behind me here. And then it's getting worse as I come back into the kitchen. So we're gonna find out here in a second. The worst of it may be yet to come. And by the way, once we're done inside, I gotta take you to the backyard. That's where the major curveball actually took place. But we gotta finish up in here first. Let's go find out where the bedrooms are. And hopefully there's another bath. Oh my good God. Things just took a turn for the worst. Okay, so as I'm going into the other side of the house, it's getting drastically worse. This side of the house is way worse than the first side that we toured. From what I can tell, like I would assume this is where the fire started, given that it's where the damage is the worst. So it's actually kind of hard to even just walk through here on this side. Here's what the ground looks like, and it's just completely covered in debris through this hallway. So bear with me, guys, trying to navigate through this to show you. Oh man, I found our bathroom, the one I was looking for. Holy smokes, no pun intended. Oh no. No, 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 no. This is not good, guys. So again, we knew this was a fire damaged home, I told you that. We knew there was gonna be significant repairs, but what we didn't know is that the entire side of the house has been burnt off. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's daylight. That's the side of the house missing. I can't get back any further. It's like just blocked off with debris, and it would be dangerous for me to try to walk back in there or into this room here. But we'll get a better look when we go outside. We'll head over to the side of the house here and kind of see how it looks from the exterior. Okay, so as I'm navigating out of this mess, I mean, what I'm seeing here is the interior of this house is a massive, massive renovation. And at this point, I'm not sure if it can be salvaged, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure it can't be salvaged. So we still got some investigative work to be done here, but I will say it is in worse shape than I was anticipating. So there is that. Okay, let's head outside and head around the corner. I want to check out what exactly is going on over on the side of the house over there. What appeared to be the entire exterior wall of the house was missing. So let's head over there, take a look. So judging by the damage on this corner, it looks like it was on kind of this side of the house where maybe the fire started, which is probably why the entire side of this house is missing. So obviously it's been boarded up, but as you can see, before those boards were up, that's just to secure the property. I mean, it's completely down to the interior framing. So this thing is gnarly. Earlier in the video when I was pointing to the section of daylight, that's right there. So you know what? Honestly, now that I think about it, this might actually be convenient. You just pop in a little man door right here, and now you got easy access to your backyard from your secondary bedroom. No, I'm just kidding. This is bad. Okay, so I'm gonna cruise into the backyard so I can show you what we are working with and also reveal this big curveball I've been telling you about. So behind me is our beautiful structure that we just toured together. And if I pan to the side here, these are our two neighboring houses. So originally we thought that our lot actually went to about here. So it was all of this. Basically, we were thinking it mirrored the neighbor's lot. However, what we didn't realize is that our lot went from this frontage street over here in front of the house to this other frontage street over here. So this building right here, this structure, this shanty looking thing, we thought this belonged to the neighbor or was a completely separate parcel. Turns out we own it. We're gonna poke our head in there next together. I don't know if this is a shed that was turned into something. I don't know if it's permitted, not permitted, legal, not legal. I don't know. All I see is what appears to be a house-looking structure on the backside of our land, which I think is exciting. So what this could be is a potential ADU opportunity, which would be a huge value add. It might be just like a little workshop, could be a garage, storage area. Either way, it's value that is added to the overall value of the property. So we're gonna go figure out exactly what we have on our hands here. So let's go check it out. I've never seen this before, but that appears to be an RV door mounted as the front door, front entrance on, it's unknown at this time. Let's go have ourselves a look. Knock, knock. Hello? The trash out guys said they hadn't been up here yet, so I'm not really sure what the heck's going on. There's no fire damage up here. It's only, that's all contained on the house below, but this is like a secondary structure, and somebody was definitely living in here. Okay, that's pretty creepy. I think someone still might be like living in there or coming and going as they please at the very least. It's a little eerie. Like, did you see that cot there? Like literally someone's bed is there. Like, I don't know, there's some transients or homeless people like filtering in and out of there potentially. Okay, as I'm walking up to head to the street frontage for this property, there is a shed. Well, one, it's full of garbage. Oh, poof, whoa. That's a smell I hope you never have to smell. We got a bunch of steel reserve bottles. Looks like they're filled with urine because nobody else is gonna leave a full steel reserve. That would make no sense. Wow, there's a bunch of canned goods back there. Jesus, woo. Again, I think someone, I don't know what's going on with this whole back section here. The gate's locked right there. Otherwise I'd pop up to the street here and try to figure out what exactly is going on. Some random stuff. We're just in exploratory phase at the moment, folks. Turning over every rock, trying to figure out exactly what is going on, not only with this property, but this back structure that we purchased unknowingly. So there's some interesting stuff going on in there. Quite frankly, I don't really want to tour the whole thing again. I'm not going to poke through there. There was some weird stuff in there. I don't know, there could be someone still lingering back there. At least grab one of the trash out guys before I walk back in there just to have a little bit of backup. Anytime we're buying properties, I love having multiple exit strategies, and this property has exactly that, and I want to talk through those real quick with you. And what's cool about this one is we have multiple ways to win. Once we dive deeper and figure out if this structure is salvageable, that's one way we could win, right? We could rebuild the existing structure. We could scrape it if we wanted to. We could just tear this whole thing down and build a new house here, which is another great exit strategy. We could also just scrape it and sell it off to a builder, potentially. There's plenty of builders in this area that are looking for buildable lots, and you could clearly put a single family home on this and just rebuild what was here. But honestly, I need to get back to the office and look at what zoning is here, because this neighbor on the other side of us is a duplex. It appears our lot is the same size. We might be able to put a duplex on this lot. So we could have some favorable multifamily zoning in here as well. So that's another plus and benefit slash exit strategy on this deal. Guys, I genuinely want your opinion on this property. What would you do with it if you own this? If you bought it sight unseen like we did and you showed up today, are looking at what I'm looking at here. Would you renovate it? Would you sell it as is? Would you scrape it and basically build new or build a duplex? Or would you just sell it off as land? What are your thoughts? What would you do? I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments. So like I mentioned, anytime we're dealing with severely damaged properties like this one here, we try to buy them as close to what we think land value is. So in this particular scenario, we picked up this house for $100,000, the remains of a house for $100,000. Again, that's probably about land value, which is what I'm hoping for, which is why we have this kind of multiple exit strategy available. So what's the profit potential here? At this point, it's a bit unknown. We took a roll of the dice here on this deal. I think we have a decent chance at making a profit here. But again, I don't know exactly where the numbers are gonna land. That'll also depend on what strategy we choose to execute upon. So this is an interesting one. It's gonna be a bit of a journey. We have some decisions to make on our end on what we're gonna do here. So thanks again for walking this one with me. This was a legit mystery box deal. I didn't know what the heck we were gonna get into today. This place is wild. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what we uncover next. All right, see ya.